Hey, welcome to another Best of AI tutorial video. In this video, I'm going to explain how you can become a better prompt engineer. If you're not familiar with prompting, it's how you're able to get correct outputs from AI. So for example, if we're using ChatGPT, which is what we're going to use in this video, we want to make sure that the output that we get from ChatGPT is what we want, right? And in order to do that, you have to do specific things. And I'm going to show you two ways, my two favorite ways of using ChatGPT when it comes to prompting. The first way is teaching ChatGPT to do something. So what I mean by this is, let's say you found an article on Google and you want to apply the concepts and you want to apply it to something that you're actually doing. So for example, if I saw this article that's how to create a landing page that converts like a cheat code, right? What I can do is I can literally copy this whole entire post, right? And because it's actionable, because it's tactical, what I can do is copy this and say, can you apply this to my concept? So for example, I could paste this into ChatGPT and then I'll just do a new chat here and just paste that here. So I'll go up here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this in quotes, first of all, because I want to specify that the example that I'm going to give them is in quotes. So I'm going to say, you are a copywriting pro and I am in need of your assistance. I am going to provide you with an example of how to properly create a landing page. And then I'm going to say the example is in quotes. I will need you to take concepts in quotes and apply it to a new landing page I need to create. And I don't really have a landing page to create right now, but just to give you an example, I'll say the landing page will be about how to use prompts, let's just say how to correctly use ChatGPT prompts, right? And then I need you to follow all steps and provide the copy to me. Let's just start there and see what happens. So what it's going to do is basically going to read this article, and here it's going to start writing out that landing page copy. Now this is an example, just one example of how you can potentially do this and how you can apply it to your business. One way that I really like to use it is for headlines. So let me just go back here. So if we go into, here we are, my headlines. Okay. So here I taught it, I said, hey, this is how you create headlines, right? And then I said, apply it to this. So this is one of my favorite ways to just take like a concept, if it's copywriting, marketing, business, whatever it is, and then say, hey, apply these concepts to what I'm trying to do, right? So teaching ChatGPT how to do something under the guidelines that you give it in the article, and then it can give you an output that you want. Now, the second way, and this applies to this strategy as well, but there are some guidelines that you want to follow. Let's say that you didn't want to use an article and you just wanted to do something from scratch, right? You wanted to prompt something from scratch. So what you can do is follow these guidelines. So what you want to do is make sure that you clearly mention what you expect in the response, right? So just detailing, hey, this is what I want my response to be. For instance, rather than asking for a LinkedIn post, be specific of, the tone and the content that you desire. So if you're talking about a business LinkedIn post, tell ChatGPT to talk in a certain way and, phrase different things one way rather than another. Don't try to be a comic, just keep it really simple, for example. Then you want to add constraints. So set the limits of the maximum word count, the subject, or you can mention what you don't want in a response. So for example, you could say, don't use the word, I don't know, organic, right? That's just the first thing I thought because I'm drinking some tea, but you get the idea. You want to phrase it so that you then put constraints on the outputs, right? And then third, context. So give ChatGPT a backdrop, explain the why, offer details about yourself, inform it about your audience. Just the more information that you can provide to ChatGPT, the better it will understand what you're trying to go after. And then give examples. This is really, really powerful because when you give examples, like we saw when I was adding the article into ChatGPT, when you give it an example, basically a sample of what you're aiming for, what the output should look like or what it should, resemble. And then lastly, formatting details. So let ChatGPT know if you have a specific structure in mind, like the inclusion of subheadings or a particular layout. And these are all things to just go by and kind of live by when you're kind of formatting your prompts. So for example, I have a prompt here. And what I did was kind of similar to the landing page example, what I said, I need you to take this transcript and apply the teachings of the content into an SOP template. And then I said, I will provide the template. I will provide the transcript first, followed by the SOP template. So I'm really going into detail on exactly the steps that I want them to take. So here it is. You are to apply the transcript and format into the SOP template using the content of the transcript. So here I go. I pasted the transcript right below, right? So it already knows the format and like the order of operations that it should follow, which is another good point to remember is that ChatGPT follows order of operation. So by making sure that you say, read the transcript first and then do this, it will do that in order. So it's going to take that transcript, right? And then right below I said, here is the SOP template. So this is the SOP template that I want it to apply the transcript to. So here we go. And what it does is the output is exactly how I want it because I told it to, right? I said, take this transcript, take what's said in the transcript, and then apply it into this SOP template. And it did exactly that. And it did it beautifully. Like there was no issues there. So those are just some quick tips on how to become a better prompt engineer. First way, teach it something, right? But then the second way is to make sure that you're following these guidelines, right? Desired output, constraints, context, examples, formatting details. Those things will give you the best output when it comes to using ChatGPT for whatever you're trying to use. A lot of people try to use ChatGPT and they don't get the output that they want because they didn't prompt it to give the output that they were looking for. So you can't just expect ChatGPT to be a magician, right? It's not a magician. It's a tool that you need to operate. And the way that you operate it is by following these guidelines, teaching it, giving it examples, and then you'll get your desired output. So that's just a quick tutorial on how you can become a better prompt engineer. If you want to see more videos like this, let me know. Leave a comment down below and I can show you some other cool prompts that I personally use in our business every day. And I can show you that. So let me know if you want to see that. And make sure you subscribe and check out bestofai.com to browse, search, save over 7,000 AI tools you can, use in your day-to-day workflows, just like I'm doing every single day. So that's it for today. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.